What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Buddy Mode. So Jason and I are probably two of the biggest Sonic fans of all time, and we haven't talked about Sonic once on this channel yet. So today we're going to talk about Sonic Racing Crossworlds.
Yeah, Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I went all in on it day one. Played it, 3 days in advance with like the early access stuff for pre-ordering it. And let me say, it's the best kart racer of 2025. Sonic Racing
Oh,
Crossworlds.
shots
Easy, that's not
fired.
even controversial.
No, it's really not.
Yeah.
Even Sega was so confident that it was going to be better than that other kart racer
Yeah.
that they totally put him on blast in that ad.
Yeah.
The like recreation of the blast processing ad from the 90s.
Yeah.
That was
So good.
Oh my god, that was such a great reference.
Oh, I love it. I love the game. You've played the demo and everything, and so you're pretty up to speed on like the gameplay.
Yeah, I played the open network test, so I have a little bit of experience with it, but definitely not as much as you. So, yeah, so I just kind of wanted to see what your like first impressions of the game were like when you booted it up. What were you feeling in that moment?
Yeah, feeling good, feeling hype. I think just Sonic Team's been on a streak lately of between like starting with Sonic Frontiers. So Sonic Frontiers was great, and then Sonic X Shadow Generations, outstanding, 9 out of 10 from IGN.
Yeah, man.
What? And then now a second 9 out of 10 from IGN for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just good. It's that good. And initially, when you start playing it, it's hard to not compare it to Mario Kart, especially with how recent Mario Kart just came out. So that kind of like throws you off a bit when you're getting used to the controls, getting used to the drifting, because everything does feel like faster and more like like snappy, almost like almost, I don't know. You could say looser in certain ways. But once you get used to the controls, then you realize that it's its own thing, and that yeah, it's very good. It's very good.
Cool. Yeah, I know like the the courses and stuff are just way more dynamic, way more like varied. I mean, you have the crossworld mechanic where like halfway through you get like to choose like which path to take. And like it just adds so much more variety, and it's like the complete opposite of what Mario Kart did this time around. Like instead of just these like boring straightaways between like races, you get to like go to like different courses. It's insane.
Right. And then at first, it felt overstimulating for sure. I'm sure that's plenty of people's like first experience or first impression about playing Sonic Racing Crossworlds, or a lot of the Sonic Racing games. There's just so much busyness on screen. That was a little bit of a complaint, because most of this is going to be just good things. That was a little bit of a complaint about it, was that the Sonic Racing games are just, everything is on screen at once. Everything is a good amount of detail, and everything is super saturated and colorful. So even so, they try to emphasize certain things, like say there's fire or like a hazard or something's happening on the track. They try to make that neon colored, some sort of like super bright neon color, like glowing. But it's still hard to see because everything is just so colorful and
Yeah,
crazy, and you're moving
totally.
so fast.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my impressions when I did the open network test. Like, I mean, putting like 60, 70 hours into Mario Kart where there's, in the grand scheme of things, not much going on. And then going to this, it was just like, oh my God. Like it took me maybe an hour or two to like really kind of like, you know, differentiate like what I'm actually looking at and like what's important and what's not, what's just flair, like, you know.
For sure. And it's a good amount of difficulty too, because like the more that you play the stages, the more that you understand what's going on, and the more you get used to, oh, there's a turn that's coming up, so I know that I have to drift slightly ahead of time. And
Mm.
so I could see how some like people, especially if you're not like Mario Kart, can still be super attractive to so many people because of how easy it is to pick up and play. Sonic Racing definitely has a little bit more of a learning curve. But in turn, it ends up being way more, at least compared to Mario Kart World. I'll try to stop making as many
I
comparisons.
know it's
But
gonna be hard. It's gonna be
but it's
hard.
hard. It's hard because we just played both.
Hmm.
But it is a lot of depth to it. It's a
Hmm.
lot of and you realize that you have control over a lot of things. Whereas I'm just gonna make the comparison, but in Mario Kart World, sometimes it feels like you don't have control over the outcome of the race. Like the previous Mario Karts already kind of felt like that,
Hmm.
where a turtle shell would just come out of nowhere at the end, or like a bullet bill, someone would get a bullet bill or a star or something, and you would just go from first place majority of the race all the way knocked down. Not that that doesn't happen in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, but especially in the new Mario Kart world, it feels a lot more like you don't have control
Yeah.
over like if you win or not.
Hmm. It's definitely got the Mario Party syndrome, where bonus stars at the end, haha, like
Yeah,
kind of that vibes.
for sure.
Yeah, in the short time that I had with Sonic Racing Crossworlds, I definitely felt like if I was losing or if I was behind, it was definitely more my fault. It was definitely more of a skill issue on my end than me just like getting knocked down, you know? Like when I was in first, I felt like I was like solidly in first, and but you there's more options to like dodge certain things, and it is more skill based. Like you can see items, I feel like, coming more frequently, so like you have more time to react and stay in first, and like instead of just like blue shell, pff, you're dead, you're done. Like
Yeah.
um
You do
mhm.
have more defensive options too. Like you have a shield, you have different ways
Yeah,
of
I guess
defending
that's what I
against
was
yourself.
trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
More defensive options.
Yeah. But then even so the equivalent of the blue shell is you get the ghost from Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh yeah.
Knuckles is yeah. Uh and so it goes to first place and then shoots this kind of like a tornado or like a typhoon type thing, like a bunch
Hmm.
of like hurricanes uh, at first place, and then it kind of like trails back. So as opposed to the blast radius
Hmm.
circle thing for the blue shell, it ends up being like a line of a bunch of like hurricanes that go down. Even with when you get hit by that, it doesn't feel like it's the end of the world. Like
Hmm.
it's not like, oh, I got hit by that one. That was out of my control. It's the end of the match for me, basically, like in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That feels like you can genuinely recover from it, and even more so, it feels like while there are a lot of items, the items aren't what's gonna make you win, as opposed to Mario Kart, where it's like it feels like the items like you need to get a good item. You can just be a good driver, and that'll get you a lot of the way there.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I noticed too. It definitely felt like more rewarding to like, you know, like learn the mechanics and stuff. So something that Mario Kart does kind of in the background that Sonic Racing is kind of throwing in your face is the rival characters. So like in Mario Kart, like at the start of a Grand Prix, it'll kind of assign you a rival that does a little bit better in the race than the other CPUs and stuff to kind of give you sort of a motivation to get at that character a little bit. They've been doing it for years. But in this game, it's like you do the Grand Prix and it's like you're like incentivized so hard to like beat this rival, right?
Oh, dude, those interactions are so cool. It's worth it to, even if you don't mind spoilers, go online and just watch all of the interactions because there are so many. And there's references to like the IDW comics because there's an
Whoa,
interaction
what?
between, yeah, I don't know if I should spoil it, but there's references. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy to see that Sega is finally like, after that period of time that we lived through of the 2000s where the sentiment was, oh, we're tired of Sonic's friends, like, yeah, I just make a game that's just Sonic, which was valid at the time because
At
we
the
were
time,
getting
yeah.
like Sonic Heroes, which was good, but a lot of people were like, And then we had Shadow the Hedgehog, which was a different character as your sidekick almost every single level. And then Sonic '06, where it just didn't pan out. Finally, they went to making Sonic like the main character in Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight and Sonic Unleashed, and then Colors, and then for the next almost decade.
Yeah,
So
generations.
finally, right,
Generations are like,
Jesus.
have two Sonics.
They're like, you guys wanted Sonic? Here you go. It's just Sonic for the next 10 years. But now we're finally Sega, like fans can trust Sega to do the characters justice. And
Yeah, not even just like including them to like satiate players,
mm-hmm.
but like keeping them true to their past iterations, not
Yeah.
retconning things that happened in the past, but embracing the things that
Yeah.
happened in the past and referencing it and being proud to reference it. Like Mario could never, dude. Mario could never.
Could never. And yeah, the two parts of that. One is the characterization is that they take the characters, stay true to like who they are, but also improve them even in certain ways, like Charmy B, whereas Charmy used to be like one of the most, to many people, insufferable characters because he was just so annoying. Now he is annoying, but he's kind of like one of those like poop characters, like one of those like he's intentionally annoying, and so he has some crazy banter with some characters that's it's
That's
he's
so cool.
he's gotten closer to endearing and closer to funny than he is just straight annoying. Or what was another character? Oh, Omochao. Even randomly, Omochao is an item in the game where when you get
Hmm.
Omochao, they'll give you rings, just like a bunch of rings.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like, doesn't Mario Kart have like a question mark block that gives you coins or something like that?
Oh yeah.
Or is it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. But it gives you a bunch of rings. So now Omochao isn't this just annoying tutorial Fi like character. Like it's an actual useful
Yeah.
item.
And you're like excited to see them because rings are actually
Yeah.
very important in this game. Apparently, like if you're not collecting them, you're going like at a snail's pace.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard at least.
Yeah, you feel the difference for sure. The and sorry, this is to something that isn't in the demo, isn't in like that wasn't in the network test or anything. That's in the full game is the time trials,
Hmm.
and those show you really quickly how much control you have over how fast you go. Because once you're racing against your ghost, you can see, uh, if your rings are making you faster or if you grabbed a boost wisp item.
Hmm.
And then if you used it, if that's making you faster, if you bump into a wall, you lose rings. And doing that once can cost you, your run.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is super interesting to see like, oh, I like it's literally because, and a side thing that we'll probably touch more of, but even your gears, like your customizations, those make a huge difference. So it's cool to see how much your choices actually do directly affect like if you succeed or if you get an A rank or whatever.
Yeah. I guess we could just move on to that, like the gears and what was they're just called gears, right? Is there
I
anything?
forget what they're called. I think it's gears.
Okay.
I don't know, but it's the
Um,
modifications that you make to your vehicle.
yeah, those seemed really cool. They were very limited in the network test. There were only like a handful you could really pick from, but I want to say like it was like start the race with like two boost wisps or something like that, and then like the boost lasts like a little longer. Like there's little augmentations like that these gears do that just adds so much replayability, I feel like, that you just don't get from other kart racers, because it's like I just want to like experiment with all these different builds and see like what play style really works for me, you know?
Oh, for sure. And I think it strikes the balance too, because I don't like customization. And
Hmm.
so it's nice, say for kind of sidebarring, the colors of your vehicle. You can just do the like stealth color and parts, and then that's an SBO vehicle. So you don't have to think. Like once you unlock that after playing a few races and getting enough rings and then going to the store and buying it, you can
Hmm.
just have an SBO loadout. And then with the gears, well, initially to not overwhelm you, it starts you with, I think it's the bronze card,
Hmm.
and that's where you put your different like modifications or whatever for your vehicle. And so you can just do like one or two things. I forget how many, but you start with just limited amount of things. So it kind of eases you in. And the more that you race and the more that you upgrade and raise your level, then you unlock more slots where you can put additional things in there. So yeah, so that's another thing about the game is that it's constantly giving you stuff. Like it's constantly saying, okay, so if you do a few more races, then you're going to be able to unlock another spot. If you do a few more races, you'll be able to unlock the whole thing. And then if you go get your like A ranks in all of the trials, or I'm sorry, the Grand Prix, then you'll unlock some more Grand Prix. And then
Man.
in the time trial, which it's not spoiler or anything, they're literally just on the screen,
Yeah.
but it's constantly giving you those goals, including a time trial, which is one of the best things. Is if you when you do 3 A ranks in time trial, you unlock a soundtrack album, and you can
Wow.
use those in races. It's
Man, that is so cool. Oh,
it's so cool. And
man,
one of the first
yeah.
ones you get is just the general, I think, mainline Sonic game soundtrack, and the second one is Mania soundtrack, and then it just keeps going.
Oh my gosh. That is
Yeah.
so cool. What have been your favorite tracks so far? Not music tracks, but like race tracks.
But like racetracks. Uh, my least favorite, first off, because I don't know why, but that came to me, is the ones in the open network test.
Oh,
They're
interesting.
just kind of. I think they're all three of the ones that you could select in the open network test in the demo. They're three of like the original tracks, like the most original tracks, including like Water Palace, that rainbow flowery one, and then the first race. Uh, they're kind of like they're just not my favorite. They're fine,
Yeah.
but the tracks just get so much better the more that you unlock. So
That's
yeah,
encouraging because those tracks were pretty late. I really wasn't feeling any of them really.
yeah, and they were, and you're limited to the certain crossworlds like the dinosaur one and the
The
lava
flying
dragon
one
one.
and the flying
Yeah.
like hot air balloon one.
Oh yeah, yeah, above Spagonia or whatever. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, you're super limited there, but then once you yeah, like just have the full game and you've played through the Grand Prix and everything, then you get way more. And they just get better. They just get better as you go. Just a lot of Sonic references from around. So there's Sonic Adventure 2. Metal Harbor, you would get a lot during the open network test.
Hmm.
That one's just awesome. Uh, they just chose the most nostalgic stages for me.
Oh man, that is
they
so
said
cool.
they said Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Adventure 2. They put in some Sonic Riders. I love it.
Man. Yeah,
I'm like
it
gushing so much about the game, but
no, I mean it really seems like a love letter to Sonic fans from anywhere that anyone jumped in. It's like there's something in there that like someone will pick up on. I mean, there's even the white space from Sonic
right.
Shadow Generations, which is relatively new. So like
Yeah.
like someone who like a little kid who might have just started playing Sonic games, like he'll be like, "Oh, the white space, that is so cool!" Like, but then for
Right.
us who played Sonic Adventure 2, like Metal Harbor, and I think Pumpkin Hill is in there too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there's something for everyone, and it's really a celebration of the series that I think we needed right now.
Oh, for sure. It's just so good to see Sonic doing so good and Sega giving Sonic team and developers the time that they need. Because it used to be, again, showing our age, but like in the 2000s, they would release two, three Sonic games a year, included. So it would be like a Game Boy Advance game, a mainline series game on 3 consoles, and another spin-off game or something like that.
Yeah.
Sega was doing too much, and that's how they got their crunch, and that's how they ended up releasing half-baked games and games that just weren't ready to go. But I'm just so grateful that we live in the year 2025 and that Sega has the resources and the time and the discernment to not just put out a half-baked Sonic game. I'm so happy.
I know. Oh, yeah. Sonic was the easiest mascot platformer to just crap on for forever. Just, it was like, when's the last time you had a good game? And as Sonic fans, it's like we really had to rack our brains. Like, I mean, you're right. Like, I can't defend him honestly. So, yeah, it's cool. Well, do you have any final thoughts to say about Sonic Racing Crossworlds?
Sonic Racing Crossworlds. If you're gonna spend $70 to $90 on a game, buy Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's so good, and it has a learning curve initially. It isn't like these other kart racers out there. It's fast, so just
It's
get ready to
fast.
replay some matches, but get better and better as you go, and it's fun. Also, Miku's Peak, just so you know.
Miku's Peak. That was something I wanted to touch on too, is the DLC stuff.
Right.
It definitely feels like in the wake of a like Smash Bros hype train. This is kind of the new Smash Bros hype train where it's like, who could they bring in next? Like after this season
Yeah.
pass is over, like
Yeah.
could they just keep it going as like an existing platform for the future? Like that'd be awesome.
Because it looks like they have DLC characters, the ones that they announced. So you have Mega Man, you have Avatar, Last Airbender, you have the Ninja Turtles. But it looks like there's other ones that are just going to be like not third party.
Yeah,
Like, it looks
that
like
are
there's
like
just-
the like Joker, the not Yakuza. Oh, it was
Yeah,
Yakuza. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I don't know if he's in the game yet, but I mean, you could tell me if he's not. But is Knights in the game?
No, but apparently Knights is on box art and stuff. So like they just
What?
So Knights is, but like they just haven't acknowledged.
Come on.
So I hear.
I need Knights in the game. He was in Sonic Riders.
And Knights, Wreck-It Ralph, Danica Patrick.
Oh God.
Otherwise, it's not.
Banjo
It's not
Kazooie.
Banjo Kazooie would be crazy.
Nuts and bolts. Banjo. Oh man. Well, yeah, we'll have to get our tickets for the hype train and ride it out. I hope we get some really cool characters. Billy Hatcher would be cool.
Oh, that'd be cool. I can't wait. Whatever they put in, I'm gonna play. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for our Sonic Racing Crossworlds discussion. But yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more gaming content in the future. Bye.